Hello and a very good afternoon, good morning, welcome back to Crafters TV. My name is Ben Moseby. It's time for a masterclass. You know what I think we should do at some point? I've just thought of this. We always chat before the shows about the different music that we have for each of the shows. We should take a vote on which is your most favourite song that you love to hear before a show and which is your least favourite song that you hear on the various shows. Because obviously, you know, there's a different song you'll hear later on for Craft House, there's the different ones for the Craft Alongs, as there is to the one for which would be interested to know which were your faves and which were your, you know, not so faves. Anyway, let us move on and say a very good afternoon. Welcome along to Crafters TV. We have got a brilliant day lined up for you. We've got a craft house coming up for you later on. Masterclass for you right now where we're going to be concentrating on some amazing products. We've got the chalkboard stamps coming up. We've got the left fold alphabets. We've got some amazing die collections for you too. And with it being craft month, we've got some amazing deals for you as well. Across this weekend and this weekend only, we're giving you a free mystery gift should you spend over £20 or $30. That gift will be added into your cart. And if you buy from this show and then you come back later on and buy again, amazing news is you'll get another free gift popped into your basket. So lots of reasons to come back and shop with us. It is also World Quilting Day today. So we're doing a buy one, get one half price on pre-selected cut by the half metre bundles. That ends on the 16th. Plus, worth bearing in mind that we still have that deal going on for the Totally Tiffany Triangle Traveller. That's not easy to say. We're 25% off. So if you like the idea of getting a quarter off that price, that continues. And also, just to mention, as we head towards the end of the week, the deal on this week's Get It Got It Good, which is those the metallics. So it's 2 sets of the metallic pens, a set of the metallic pencils, and you get the black A4 card pack for free within that deal. That ends tomorrow as well. Lots to get excited about on this show, and I'll introduce you to my lovely crafty friend in just a second. However, before that, the excitement is palpable. Something that we haven't seen here at Crafters TV for quite some while is back. And I'm not talking about me. I am talking... What a slacker! I am talking about The tape pens, yes, they are here, they are back in stock. This is your opportunity to stock up and grab them now whilst you can. No word of a lie, when we had the last shipment of these in, I think it was like at the start of the year, we had thousands and thousands and thousands of these. I remember Sarah telling me, because I'm sure I was on a show with Sarah, when we found out that we had these back in stock, and it was like, don't worry about them, take your time to grab them because we've got thousands. They'll be here for ages. We lost all the stock in 2 weeks. It disappeared in 2 weeks. You guys snaffled it up. They were gone. We've managed to get the tape pens back in stock. If you haven't got these, indeed, if you have got these and you love using them, now is the time to stock up, because let me just tell you, these have the ability to disappear once again very, very quickly. The deal is brilliant as well. We're giving you 4 tape pens. However, you're only paying for 3 of these, so a really good opportunity to jump in and grab them whilst we have them. Stock up now, do not miss out, because if these go again, I don't know when we're going to get them back. £9.57 platinum price, $14.28 for the tape pens. The other exciting news, and I can't believe I'm saying this, we've also got back in stock the dotty tape pens. Yes, these are phenomenal. Also proving very popular once again. Great for doing all of those intricate sticks. If you love your dotty tape pens, you buy 3, we give you the 4th one for free. £11.98 or $16.68 is the deal on this. Again, I cannot encourage you enough to get these. Multi-buy them, get them whilst we have them. Even if you've already got a load at home, get them now whilst we have them, because as I've said, these will go out of stock again, I'm sure, pretty quickly. And when they're gone, when will we get them back? Couldn't tell you. We've got them now. Take advantage whilst we've got them. You'll thank us later. Now, let us get ready for this amazing show. As I said, it is not just me over the course of the next 2 hours. Delighted to say that once again, I'm joined by the lovely Lily. And you have got lots at your sleeve over there, haven't you?
Absolutely. It's going to be a fabulous show. Going to be looking at personalising all our makes with our alphabet and sentiment dies, stamps, lots and lots we're going to be crafting with. It's going to be so much fun. So I hope you can sit tight and join us for the whole 2 hours. It's going to be a great show.
It is going to be great, and as always with the masterclass, feel free to ask those questions, because whilst we're going to be concentrating on various products, you may already have them and you've got questions about them. You may be thinking about grabbing various items off the show, but you need to have a question answered before you do. That's what we're here for. You can get in touch with us on Facebook. If you're watching on Facebook, you can get in touch with us on YouTube as well, and we'll get all those questions answered. And just get in touch and say hello. We love to hear from you right throughout the show. Already in this afternoon, Felicia from Toledo, Ohio. Mary Yahada is in. Hello, Mary. Suzette Sue says hi all from a rainy Prince Edward Island. Gilmore says hello, Ben, Lily, Rachel and Crafty Pete's. We've got Rachel on the socials today. Looking forward to another show with Ben and Lily. Nee says hello from New Jersey. Hello to what I call the movers and shakers of the CCTV realm. Camera, social and light and all. These guys make what we watch like it was a walk in a park. Hats off to you. Thank you. Well, most days we do that, don't we? Some days it's a little bit harder than others. Rose says on Facebook, woohoo! Yeah! Come on! Yes! Woohoo! Yes! 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 The tape pens are back. That's what Rose says. All right, all right, all right. Trisha saying, hi all. Looking forward to the show. Drop the mic on the dotty tape pen, says Rose M. Baker. My favourite. Get them whilst you can. They are here. They will not hang around. Also here on the show, we're going to be concentrating on the chalkboard stamp and card collection. Proved really popular over the last few weeks. And actually, this is a great opportunity for you to pick up some hints and tips with Lily, but also to grab the deal if you've not yet got it. You've got 10 of our different stamps, perfect for creating the sort of style of cards, really on trend, really of the now. Great for using with your opaque ink pads, great for doing your heat embossing, your resist techniques with as well. But let's just say you've got 10 beautiful, beautiful stamp sentiments, along with 200 sheets of card stock in 4 different colours, plus your anti-static bag as well. The fonts on these are just so gorgeous. The sentiments that you're going to get as well, so uplifting, so kind of life-affirming, and they're great for those card projects when you just want to send a card to somebody, perhaps to put a smile on their face, somebody perhaps who's been a little bit down in the dumps. But also, I just think these are perfect for little home decor pieces. They really are inspirational for maybe things like your scrapbooking pages, things like this. Make your dreams happen. Maybe you want to encourage somebody who's perhaps starting a new job, somebody who's off to university. These just like fit into so many different kind of projects with the words that you've got here. Enjoy the sweet little moments. You've got laughter is the best medicine. Again, how brilliant to pop that on a card for somebody perhaps who's not feeling the best currently. You've got go out there and do amazing things. Again, new job, maybe somebody starting a new school, maybe someone's going travelling. I don't know. These are just perfect for all sorts of occasions. Life is too important to be taken seriously. And then finally, you've got may you be forever blessed. All of those come, as I say, with an anti-static bag, with the cardstock for you as well. You can buy those on a deal too if you want to go 2 for £8, 2 for $12. If you want to go for the stamps individually, platinum price on the full collection is £57.20 or $77.56, which will of course also qualify you for that free gift today should you be shopping with us right now. But let's have a look at what these look like on those projects, as I know Lily's got plenty of projects to show us.
Absolutely. These make really, really quick and easy cards if you want them to. Because they are quite nice, large stamps, they can literally fill the front of your card blanks if you so wish. So if you've got a quick make that you need to pop together, then you can use these stamps, but it's going to give you a really striking project. So on this one, we've used the stamps in perhaps the way they're maybe traditionally been designed to be used. So giving you that chalkboard effect, bringing out your matte black cardstock and just heat embossing with white onto there, layering it up with some pattern papers, and that gives you a finished card. It looks fabulous, but it's really uplifting. It says exactly what it needs to, but it looks really, really striking. How about though bringing out some of your metallics? So using your black cardstock again, but this time with heat embossed in gold onto there, and it gives you such a lovely opulent finish. A little bit of gilding wax on our embossed background, few embellishments, and that's your card finish, but it still looks absolutely fabulous. How about again heat embossing, but using some of that cardstock that we're including within the collection, which is brilliant. We're not only getting the stamps and the anti-static bag, but we're also getting the cardstock as well, and that's perfect to stamp onto. Perhaps heat emboss with your white like we have done here, and just a little bit of a slightly fancy fold onto there gives your cards a little point of difference. But we've seen a lot of heat embossing on those 3 cards. How about just using your inks? Your quick dry inks will work perfectly with these stamps as well. So a little bit more colourful onto there, few of our pattern papers, a little bit of pen, a little bit of basic colouring onto our stamps gives us a really bright and vibrant and pretty card. So really, really easy to get crafting with these. Doesn't matter what style, whether you're going pretty and girly or really quite bold and striking, something for everyone with these stamps. And I've got to say, I love the sentiments. They are so uplifting, so heartfelt, something a little bit different, but just what you need to say sometimes.
Absolutely right. Really, really popular for these already. Nicole says, Lady Lilly Fletcher, I love watching you. We love having Lily.
Ooh, Lady Lily.
Lady Lily.
I love that, Lady Lily.
Lady Lily.
A legend and a lady. What more could you want on a Saturday afternoon, eh?
Sounds like a Disney movie, that, doesn't it?
Yeah, eh?
The legend and the lady.
Send the email across to Disney. You know, well, I'm happy to star in it. You know, if they need an actress, I can't say I can act, but you know, I'll give it a go.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. You can pen me in for that one as well.
Yeah.
Gwen Terry says, Ben, you have far too much energy this early in the morning. Well, the thing is, it's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon here, so I am like, I'm buzzing. I've had me lunch, I've had me coffee, I'm raring to go. Gilmore says, Ben, the sound effects are going to cause another tape pen shortage. Yeah, by the way, the tape pens are back in stock. Awooga, awooga, get your tape pens, get your dotty pens. They are here. They're on a buy 3, get the 4th one for free deal. You do not want to miss out. Nicole says, my lord, Ben.
Ooh.
Have you been having extra shots of espresso today? I'm loving the energy. No, I'm just feeling the joy of a Saturday here at Crafters TV with some of my favourite people, with some of my favourite product, and of course, excited that you've got the tape pens back as well. And Lily on YouTube says, my 9-month-old grandson watches with me every day, and the second your music comes on, he stops dead in his tracks and stares at the large screen TV that I have on until the music stops. He loves it all. Yeah, we were asking a little bit earlier on which is your favourite theme tune that we play for the shows. So do let us know. Anything else besides get in touch, we would love to hear from you. Or by the way, did I say the tape pens are back in stock? Get them whilst you can. Let's get cracking with some demos with Lady Lily, the other side of the studio. What are you? It's good. I like it.
Yeah, I like it.
Lady Lily works nicely.
Yeah, I'll take that for sure.
Yeah, we'll get it on your name strap for the next show.
Yeah, it's got to be done. I'll look out for it at 7 o'clock tonight.
Yeah, can we also have the legend Ben Moseby on mine as well? That'd be good if we could make that, George. The legend. Boy Street. Why do we need the word beginning with B? Oh, I see. Lady Lily. Brilliant Ben. There you go. Anyway, let's move on to Lily. Where are you going to start with these chocolate stamps?
Where to start? You get so much within the collection. 10 stamps, not even to mention the cardstock and the anti-static bag. It's a fabulous, fabulous collection. And they are actually all really, really high quality photopolymer stamps. So they're clear stamps, which is perfect because it means that you can see exactly where you're stamping, which makes it really, really easy to work with these stamps. But with them being high quality photopolymer, when you pick them up, and I know it sounds a little bit daft, it sounds very, very selly-telly, but you can feel the quality when it comes to your stamps. You can feel they are a little bit thicker than like a clear acrylic stamps, and they are a little bit sticky, not sticky as such, but you know that they're going to cling to your blocks and your stamping platforms really easily. And you can see that they are really, really deep in the impression that we're going to get in there. It's nice and deeply etched, so we know every single time we're going to get a beautifully clear and crisp impression. They are just over 3 inches by 3 inches in size, so a really good size. It can fill your cards like we've got on the front of the packaging here. We've got a little bit of inspiration using them in the chalkboard format. But of course, it's not just about square cards. As we're going to see with this card, you can do all sorts of different card shapes with these stamps. So let's get started. Let's get crafting. I love to use, I'm sure a lot of you guys know at home, I absolutely love my 8x8 inch magnetic stamp platform. On the website with this one, it is absolutely fabulous and must have when it comes to your stamping. As you'll see as I move through the demo, how easy it makes using these stamps. So all I've done is I've taken a piece of our white stamping card and I've just cut that larger than it needs to be, and then I can just trim it down to size afterwards. I do find that is a really easy way to work when I'm stamping. It's a lot easier to start with a larger piece of cardstock, do a little bit of stamping and then trim it down afterwards. You know it's going to be perfect, and then you don't have to line your stamp up so perfectly first time round. So we're taking our stamp, with it being clear like I mentioned earlier, we can see exactly where we're positioning it. And I'm just going to lay that stamp side down so the raised surface touching our cardstock, stamp side down onto our stamp platform. We've got our magnets holding our cardstock in place. Then all we do is pick up our lid, we line that up, and then we press down just with our fingertips. You don't need to be using the heel of your hand or inserting a lot of pressure onto there. We just need to basically pick up our stamp onto that lid, and that's as easy as it is.
Yes.
Super, super simple. Now we've seen a lot of embossing, a lot of heat embossing with these stamps, but I want to show you how easy they are. Perhaps you don't have embossing powders yet, or a heat gun, or anything like that just yet, and you want to be using your inks. We've got a fabulous bundle of quick dry inks on today's show, and I want to show you how easy it is to stamp just with our inks, and we can still get an absolutely fabulous effect. So I'm actually going to do a little bit of an ombre effect with this. So I've chosen the green topaz and the pine tree. And it's completely up to you how you work this, but, oh, that's actually a spring meadow. We'll pretend that's the pine tree. But
do you want the pine tree?
If you've got the pine tree, I'd love the pine tree. This is what happens. Ooh. I wonder who's done this. Shall I blame this on Debbie Robinson? I'm going to say, she's not here, Debbie, so I'm going to say Debbie's put the wrong lid on.
Debbie!
Debbie! Oh, thank you.
Debbie!
Debbie!
Goodness sake.
Let's just blame someone who's not here. I've seen she's sorting out a craft storage today, so I'm jealous. So we're going to blame her. She's sorting out a craft room and a storage.
I did see actually on her Insta, she's gone to that famous furniture department store, Swedish place, to buy some more storage.
So I'm jealous of her, so we're gonna
blame her.
Blame her.
Definitely Debbie.
So this is the pine tree, and what I tend to do when I'm doing ombre rainbow stamping, I tend to work with my darkest colour of ink first. Now the two that I'm using are really quite similar, so it doesn't matter too much. So we're inking up about the top half with our pine tree, and then we're going in with our green topaz, and we're just going to ink up that bottom half of the stamp that we've not already inked up, and just make sure that your colours do overlap, so otherwise you'll have a gap. But if you do end up with a little gap in the middle, it's no issue at all because we're using our stamping platform. All we need to do is just re-ink and then re-stamp. And because our cardstock will have been held in position by our magnets, we know that it won't have moved, so we just re-ink and go over the top. Now I've seen I want that lower section a little bit darker, so not a problem at all. We're just going to re-ink, and this is the brilliant thing about our stamp platform. Even though it's stamped beautifully, I just want the ink to be a little bit darker. So all we do is we re-ink. Our stamp has not moved. Our cardstock has not moved because we're using those lovely strong magnets to hold it into position. And then all we do is we just re-stamp. And can you see that's gone a little bit darker?
Really good.
I'm going to add a little bit extra just to that lower half. With green topaz being a bit paler, I want that to stand out a bit more. So I'm literally just inking that bottom section that we use the green topaz for. And here I am using just the 2 colours of ink, but think you could be doing this with an absolute rainbow, lots and lots of different colours of ink. I mean, you're getting loads in that bundle that we're bringing you today of your quick dry ink, so you could be using lots of different colours onto there. And you can see how easily, with 2 different colours of ink, it gives you that slight little point of difference by having that ombre on there. Starting off with your pine tree at the top and moving down to your green topaz just gives you that little bit of a point of difference. And a little note as well, while we're talking about inks, our quick dry inks are by far the best inks when it comes to your stamping. They are a dye-based ink, and what you'll find is that they give you the most crisp stamped image, and as well they dry straight away. So there's no smudging and smearing, so we can get crafting straight away with this stamped image. And it's great for layering stamps. If you are using layering stamps, quick dry are the ones to go. However, if you're wanting to be using your embossing powders, go for a pigment ink. With them being slightly slower drying, gives you that longer open time so you can get your embossing powders over there and heat emboss. And talking of embossing powders, just to show you a different effect, what we've done with this one is we've taken some of that green cardstock that we're getting within the collection, we've heat embossed using white, so we've stamped with our Watermark Clear Translucent ink, which is a slow drying pigment ink. We've popped our embossing powders over the top and just heat embossed. You can see it gives you 2 really different effects. And all we've done, we're going to use this one for the card. We've just die cut it into a circle shape and added it onto a matte layer, and that is going to be our topper for our card. So 2 different effects, using your quick dry or using your heat embossed. It gives you 2 different effects, but still equally fabulous. So talking earlier how these are not just for your square cards, they're for your concept cards as well. And what we're going to do is we're going to do a double fan fold card. Not easy to say, double fan fold card.
Fan fold.
Fan fold. So we've cut our cardstock to 6 inches by 10 inches, and then we've scored at 1.5 and 3. And then all we do is we flip it and we score at 1.5 and 3. Then all we do is we score diagonally from point to point, so that there's 2 X's either side. So you've like got 2 lines either side and then 2 crosses. Then all we do is we fold this back on itself, so it ends up like a fan. So those go back. And you can see the double is the fact that we've got the 2 sides are the same, and that gives us our double fan fold card just like so. Actually really easy to create, but it looks quite difficult, but just a few score lines. So scoring at 1.5 and 3, flipping it 1.5 and 3, and then just connecting those lines with your diagonals, and that gives us our card base. But it's looking a little bit plain, so let's bring in some mats and layers. So taking some pretty pattern papers in this nice green tone, and taking a certain type of adhesive.
That's back in stock.
Is it?
Yes.
I don't think you mentioned that.
No, have I not mentioned it? We've got the tape pen, and also, in case I didn't mention it, I think you're right, I don't think I did. We've got the tape pens and the dotted tape pens back in stock. Ooga. They are back, they are going. You guys kind of twigged onto this yesterday, I think, when they were back, and they were flying out the door. If you haven't yet twigged onto the fact that we've got the tape pens and the dotty tape pens back, you buy 3, you get the 4th for free on the tape pens, £9.57 or $14.28. The dotty tape pens, you've got the same deal, whereas you buy 3, we give you the 4th one for free. I would multi-buy these right now whilst they're here, whilst they're in stock, because I promise you these will disappear once again like they did with the last shipment that we had, where we had thousands of them. They were going to last last forever. They lasted about 2 weeks and they were gone once again. £11.98, $16.68 platinum price on the Dotty tape pens. Whichever ones you're going for, I mean, go for both. And if you can afford to, go multiple times over, because they're one of those like core craft room adhesives, aren't they, really, Lily? I mean, you need to make sure that you've got a lot of these at your disposal.
Absolutely, they are fantastic. Tape runners in general are great, but ours are, I've got to say, they are, in my opinion, the best on the market.
There you go.
They are the strongest tape pen I have ever used.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, most tape pens are sort of for your quick matting and layering, and that's great, that's fine. However, with ours being super strong, you can actually construct boxes with these, which is incredible. The thought you can actually use a tape runner, something that's just for your quick matting and layering, you thought, using them to construct boxes is absolutely incredible. Honestly, it always surprises me quite how strong the adhesive is in these. They are brilliant.
And they're just so great. I mean, you know, I don't craft nowhere near as much as you do, but I do a bit of crafting with my daughter. We haven't got a huge amount of sort of crafty goodies. However, we do have tape pens, Dotty tape pens, and we just find them like they're so easy to use. You can use them, like you said, on so many different projects. They're just quick, easy, no mess, no fuss, and perfect, particularly for beginners as well, aren't they?
Yeah. Absolutely, it's that quick stick, it's that...
Yeah.
Let's be honest, when we're crafting, our favourite part is not the gluing.
No.
Like, you know, there's no bones about it. We don't craft because we like sticking things down. Do you know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean, but you have to do it.
We have to do it, otherwise our cards wouldn't be put together and it wouldn't really work. So if we can find something that's going to make our lives a lot easier, something that's going to be nice and quick, but is still going to give us an absolutely amazing finished result, then absolute winner, quite frankly. So with these, it's perfect because it's saving you time. You're not peeling the backs off any tape or anything like that. You're not getting messy with glue, which is great if you're crafting with the children, but it's still going to give you that great bond. Your cards aren't going to fall apart 5 minutes later, which, let's be honest, it's happened to all of us from time to time. We've used a slightly dodgy, cheap adhesive, and you put it on the mantelpiece, perhaps slightly close to the central heating, and everything starts peeling off. With these, you know you're going to get a perfect bond. Don't matter if you're matting and layering, doesn't matter if you're creating your boxes, you know that these are going to be an absolute staple in your crafty stash, and they're going to give you that brilliant stick onto all your projects. I have to say, they are a go-to for me. All my matting and layering, if I want it to be nice and quick, you've got to get yourself a tape pen. They are incredible. I say a tape pen, stock up on as many as you can, quite frankly, while we've got them. So we've used our tape pen to add all our mats and layers onto our card base, our double fan fold card, which, yes, I am going to say slowly every single time.
Nee Connie's just said, try that as a tongue twister, double fan fold card, double fan fold card. I'm having twisty fingers just typing these words in. Ha ha.
I'm not surprised. It's a bit of a tongue twister, especially on a Saturday afternoon, but, you know, we're getting there. And we're adding a little bit of foam pads onto the back of our topper just to make it stand out. This is the focal point of our card. At the end of the day, this is what the card is all about. It's all about that sentiment, all about using these fabulous, I was going to call them double fan fold sentiments then, these chalkboard sentiments. It's what this collection is all about. And that lovely green, don't forget, this is coming to you in the actual collection. The cardstock is included, which is incredible. And in order to finish, we've always got to have a little bit of sparkle. So we're going to take a few of these lovely jade green gems and we're just going to add these into the corners. So all we've done is we've stamped. With this one, we've used our embossing powder, white embossing powder onto our green cardstock. We've created our double fan fold card, a little bit of matting and layering, of course, using our fabulous tape pens, and then adding our sentiment topper onto the front of the card. And even though it's a fancy fold card, it still stands beautifully. It'll go flat to go in your envelope, so perfect for posting. Let's be honest, posting a little bit of sunshine with sentiments like these. It's going to be a perfect creation for somebody who perhaps needs a little bit of a lift, a little bit of sunshine in their lives. These sentiments are going to be just perfect for that, but so easy to craft with.
It's a great card as well. Lots of love for the double fan fold card. Say the double fan fold card is proving very, very popular. So if you too want to try a double fan fold card, then you just need to watch this show where Lily's just done the demo for the double fan fold card. Just worth asking this question as well, because who was it? Enchanted Craftfo just wanted to know, what is the best way to prep these stamps, Lily? So I suppose when you get them home, take them out of the packet.
Yeah, so I tend just to get stamping with mine straight away. I always, when I get a new set of stamps, it doesn't matter what sort of stamp it is, I always do a test stamp on a piece of scrap paper just to see if there's, just see how it stamps really. If there's any residue, that will help get any residue off. If you're finding that the ink is not adhering to your stamp as well for the first couple of impressions, what you can do is ink it up first with a watermark ink pad and then put your normal ink pad over the top. But I find with these, given the quality of them, given they're such high quality photopolymer stamps, I literally just ink them up, stamp them out, and they're perfect every single time.
Super stuff. Keep the questions coming as well. That's what we're here for with the masterclass, not only to give you great hints, tips and demonstrations and great products, of course, but to answer the questions as well. Enchanted Craftfo also just saying, despite the dozens of other adhesive products I have, my go-to when finishing a card is the Dotty tape pen, no glue strings, works on intricate die cuts, no drying time, goes on even, holds well, ... The list continues. That's why they're flying out of the door today. Love that fold, says Karen Morgenstein on Facebook. Love the card, brilliant. Roseanne Baker saying, that is an awesome card, Lily. And Nick Conning says, each expert has their own personality and it shows in their makes. I always love the colour choices and artistic flares in the makes that you present to us, Lady Lily. That is definitely catching on, Lady Lily. Let's just show you everything that you're going to get within this collection. So your chalkboard, stamp and card collection. Worth bearing in mind, as well as we show you through the stamps, that you do get the cardstock included as well. So let's show you all of the different designs. The greatest thing you can be is yourself. You've got do more of what makes you happy, which is the one you saw in the demo. They're all really lovely, like not bog standard sort of everyday sentiments, just really very different, really upbeat, fun, quirky, and the font on these again is just so on trend right now. Life is tough, but so are you. Make your dreams happen. I love that particularly. I like the chalkboard effect that we've got here, but I love the introduction of the colour here as well. We were chatting about this the other week. It'd be nice to kind of coincide maybe with some little unicorns on there or fairies, whatever it might be. Enjoy the sweet little moments. You've got laughter is the best medicine. Go out there and do amazing things. Life is too important to be taken seriously. And then lastly, may you be forever blessed. Worth bearing in mind also that you've got all of this cardstock as well, 5x7 cardstock, 50 sheets of each you're going to receive, ultra smooth, nice weight on this as well actually, 300 GSM, so really nice weight, really nice colour of cardstock for you as well. You've got your deep forest green, you've got that gorgeous burgundy, you're going to get the cardstock in the navy, and also you'll get 50 sheets of the black as well. We're also going to include that little hamster pillow, the anti-static bag within that collection for that price of just £57.20, I should say, if you're a platinum member, or $77.56 if you are shopping with us in the US and you're a platinum member. Worth bearing in mind as well, you will get that free gift today if you are spending over £20 or $30, which you are, with this collection. We're going to have a look at the Harmony Quick Dry ink pads for you, 10-piece collection. You will get the Pine Truth in your collection, but I won't show it to you because somebody's gone and nicked it.
I put it here.
And not returned it.
Lady, let's go.
Chuck it. No, don't chuck it.
The lid will come off and it'll be straight there. There you go.
Thank you, Lady Lily. Thank you. That's all right, legend.
You're all right, legend.
Thanks. Thank you, Lady Lily. Right, let's show you all the colours you're going to get. So again, if you want to be able to recreate the demo that Lily's just done, maybe you like the idea of creating the ombre effect, or you just want to get a beautiful range of colours that you know are going to give you a beautiful effect and dry super, super quickly, then this collection is one to go for. So the 10 colours you're going to receive, your Pine Tree, your Pink Tulip. What?
Tulip or tulip?
Tulip. tulip,
Tulip or tulip?
whatever you want to say. Tulip. Fire brown. You've got your fuchsia. Then you've got green topaz, lagoon, midnight, orange, parakeet, and lastly, your pale fig. So 10 lovely colours. And again, colours that we think will work beautifully together, complementary. $31.19 or $43.99 is the price on those. The the tape pens flying out of the door, dotty tape pens, straight tape pens disappearing. You've got to be on those, grabbing up, stocking up. Even if you've already got lots in your collection, please do not miss out. The dotty tape pens are proving more popular than your glue tape pens. The glue tape pens are uber popular. The dotty tape pens more popular. So that just tells you how busy we are across the board. Multi-ordering, gone crazy. The hottest property. And the thing is, we've got so many lovely items on this show, yet the glue pens, the glue tape pens and the dotty tape pens proving the most popular. Just goes to show, like we said, these are the kind of goodies that we need to allow you to get the very best out of all of these sort of goodies as well. We've got also on the show the Image Sentiment die collection. 12 dies in total, because you get 2 dies within each of the 6 sets within this collection, and these again really are stunning. £35.96 or $46.62 is the deal on this collection. Everyone saves £15, $19.43. What I love particularly about these is that you've got kind of like all of the hard work done for you again, because you've got so much decoration within each of these dies, whether you want to cut these into your cardstock, whether you want to kind of layer these up and use these as kind of toppers, but these really are kind of where the sentiment comes to the fore. A lot of the time you might have like an image or something else on the card, and the sentiment is always there kind of like just to finish off the card. These though are going to be those items that will be the forefront of your project. So you've got your friends that were flowers, I would pick you. You've also got thank you for everything that you do, but look again at all of the detail that you've got within these dies and think how beautiful they are. Think of all the different cardstock and papers that you've got at home and how great these are going to look once you start layering them up, once you start colouring these as well. This is my favourite one in this collection. It's time to celebrate with cake. Lots of cake. Something which I am off at the moment. You've then got, again, count your blessings. I always think some of these, particularly this one, would look nice as well. If you've got your foil press machine, potentially that, I always think this one lends itself very nice to that. We've got a foil press masterclass coming up for you tomorrow. I wonder if Craig will be wearing his shirt. Do you know what? Sorry, I've just paused there for a second because I've got a foil press shirt somewhere.
You need to wear it.
It's a gold one. I don't know if I'm going to get in it. That's the problem. I
Give
might
it
try
a
it
go.
on in
Worth
between
a try.
shows. Huh?
And it's worth a try. It'd be perfect for Colour Me Happy as well tomorrow.
What, a foil press shirt?
Yeah.
Would it?
Yeah. Metallics.
Oh yes. I'm just thinking no, I don't know. I don't know if I could, because it's a horrible material. I think by the end of it, I'd just be like
dripping.
No, it's like wrapping yourself in like tin foil.
Ooh.
See how I feel on the day, yeah. Faith, hope, love is the 5th set that you're going to get, and then also you have got the fabulous. Your friendship means the world to me. I think a lot of these dies almost have a bit of a crossover with the sentiments that you've got in the chalkboard, in that they're very uplifting, aren't they, and very kind of occasion specific, aren't they?
Absolutely, they're just lovely, sort of uplifting, a little bit different sort of sentiments, but I think they're just the right words for the cards that we wanted to send, especially at the moment. And you can be creating such gorgeous cards using these dies, and they are so easy to craft with. So there's lots of different ways that you can actually add colour to these die cuts to bring out the words. So what we've done on this one is we've cut it in several different colours of cardstock, and we've snipped into it and overlaid some of the words over the top, and then for some of the others we've actually actually paper pieced it back in, and it just brings that wording out and brings it to life even more. But lots of different options of how you can actually colour these. Perhaps you love your Spectrum Noir range. I know I love my colouring in my pens. Well, these will be perfect for you because you can actually get your pens out and start colouring in your images. And how fabulous does that look? All it is really though is just the one die cut, a few pattern papers, a little ribbon just to finish off, but it gives you such a striking, lovely creation really, really easily. But how about bringing in some of your slightly different card shapes, so using sort of bridge type card with the acetate front, overlaying your image sentiment onto the front across that acetate, and all we've done here is we've just inked through the die to bring out the detail on those lovely flowers that adorn that sentiment. But also don't forget, within the collection, not only are we giving you the actual sentiment itself, but there is an outer die, a separate die, that can be your mat and layer, but it also allows you to cut apertures like we have done here, and then just set your sentiment back into that aperture. So by giving you that additional die, it gives you so many more options when you come to crafting with these fabulous image sentiment dies. I just love them. I think they are fabulous, fabulously gorgeous dies, but just the right words.
£35.96 platinum, or $46.62. Don't forget again, that price there qualifies you for that free gift that we're doing across this weekend. It will automatically be added into your basket if you spend over £20 or $30. A free gift will be added. Lots of love for the collections that we've got on the show for you today as well. Lots of love too for Lily's makes. Awesome cards, Lily says Rose. Queen Uyghur on YouTube says, I'm really loving the cards today. And just very quickly, I know we're going to have a look at the slim line curve sentiments, but I just want to quickly come back to the card you made a minute ago, because Alison was just asking, with that card, where would you necessarily, she's saying, where would you use the back of the card as the inside for the personal sentiment with that one?
Yeah.
Where would you write your little greeting?
I would be writing on the reverse. I'd just be writing down there. So that's the front of our card. And then I would just put my lettering on the back there. Yeah, that's what I would be personally doing.
Lovely stuff. Any more questions? Keep them coming in. Beautiful card, says Mary Pat 1000. I'm really excited to try that fold. Listen, we are so busy this Saturday afternoon. You are going mad for the tape pens and the dotty tape pens, also proving very popular. All of the collections that we've got. This next one is your slimline curve sentiment die collection, which we are going to be having a look at next with Lily. And yeah, you know what? We're chatting later on the Craft House about our edgeable technologies, and this has kind of got that edgeable tech in it, if you like. Almost like, again, I look at this and almost think this is like a creator card in itself, because you've got the sentiment in there, you've got beautiful designs in there as well, and of course you can place this wherever you want within your cardstock. If you want it over the edge, amazing. You know, if you want it on the top, on the side, you can do, whether you want to incorporate things like, you know, acetate into this as well. And I love the fact that you've got the ability to do some paper piecing, particularly with these sentiments. If you want to, you know, piece those back in different colours, you can. But you've got so much craftability with these, not just again with the beautiful sentiments that you get die cut, but with all of the detail that you're going to get from all of the different designs in the actual dies themselves. So you've got gorgeous foliage there with your thank you so very much. Happy birthday to you. Again, like, I'm just always amazed by about the amount of detail that we are able to get into our cards. Take a look at all of the detail that you've got in that die there. Not just like the detailed sort of dots here, but you've got the happy birthday to you, and then all of the opportunities there to, you know, if you want to colour onto some acetate behind there, if you wanted to, Georgina was just saying she would actually love to paper piece that. You can do as well. The whole point is these, again, are just a wonderful set of totally versatile dies that you can use in a load of different ways. Like the fact that we've included a With Sympathy die in this collection too. Then you've got Sending All My Love. Again, loads of detail in the swirls on this particular die. Then you've got It's Your Special Day. I mean, it does look quite regal. That looks befitting of a lady. And lastly in this collection, again, from our family to yours, so much detail. You've almost sort of doily-esque, actually, the detail that you've got in the edge of that die as well. But so much to love about this collection. 6-piece collection, of course, for just $35.96. So you're saving, what, nearly £15 today, almost $20. That is the platinum price there, once again qualifying you for your free gift. But we're going to have a look at these with Lily right now. Which one are you going to be using?
Well, it's funny you should say that about it being so regal and Lady Lily.
You're using the...
I am very much using
day?
It's Your Special Day.
Wow.
Yeah. Funny little coincidence, that one, isn't it?
I know.
I was just looking at those as we were going through the boards, and I have to say I've looked at these dies a lot because I love crafting with these, but I was just looking at them and thinking, how about just snipping off the lower section, snipping off the sentiment, and those are just borders that you could use for any of your cards. Or how about cutting it 4 times, snipping it off and creating like frames, so you get square frames and all sorts. Yeah, so it's like the more I've crafted with them so much, but the more you craft with them, the more the ideas start to come more and more, which is absolutely fabulous. It's a sign of a brilliant collection. Even when you've crafted with it for hours and hours like I have, every time I look at it, I'm starting to see something different, which is absolutely brilliant. These are so much fun to craft with. And like we were saying earlier, they are actually edgeable. So there's a little bit of overlap between this show and our craft house, but it's just bringing together 2 brilliant concepts that we do at Crafters Companion, our sentiment dies and our edgeable technology. And I want to show you just how easy it is to craft with these dies. Now, slimline dies and slimline cards and stamps and all the rest of the slimline sort of family have become really, really popular at the moment. And these are fabulous, so on trend to use these dies in our crafting, following that great slimline trend. But perhaps you're not particularly into your slimline cards, or perhaps you don't want every card you make with these to be a slimline card. They absolutely don't have to be. You can use them on 8x8s. You can use them here, like we're going to do, on a gatefold. So all we've done is we've taken an A4 piece of cardstock and we've just created it into a gatefold card with the 2 doors on the front. And what we're going to do is we're going to take our die and we're going to fold out our card just while we die cut. And we're going to get the words so it's on the edge of the card base. I have to say I have cut these the wrong way round before.
Oh, right.
Yes,
easily done.
Been there, done that. If you do ever struggle to remember, just get a permanent marker on the back of your die, maybe add a little line or an arrow, just so that you know which side is which. It's not going to damage your die, it's not going to affect your cut when you come to die cut these, but if it makes your life easier, then I'm definitely all for it. Because yeah, as I say, I have made that mistake a few times with dies like these. That's why when we were looking at our left fold alphabet dies on Playcrafts, right, I did keep checking which side was the fold and which side was the cut. Yeah. Okay, so all we've done is we've laid that die side down onto our cardstock, and then I'm going to run this through our Gemini machine. Now, I'm using my large size Gemini just because of the size of cardstock that I'm using. I'm going to run that through, and then when I hear that it's cut, I'm going to reverse it back out. So I'm listening, and then I'm going to reverse it back out. And that's one of the fantastic things about the Gemini. We've got that pause and reverse button. So if space is limited at the back of your machine, you don't always have to run your plates the whole way through.
What were you listening for out of interest? Like
just when crunch? The pitch sort of changes, you can hear when the die goes through, you can hear that it's sort of working a little bit because it's having to cut, so it's having to do a little bit of work. When it sounds like it's getting a little bit easier, you know that it has actually passed through the die cutting machine.
Gotcha.
And do you know what I've done?
What?
I've just been talking about this and I've only gone and done it. I've put it the wrong way round.
Hey!
Well done, Lily.
Lily, you did it on purpose.
Actually, do you know what? I know I'm not using this for my card, but what a fabulous border that actually is.
Yeah, I love it.
So what was supposed to be our waist is actually quite nice.
It's quite nice.
But yeah, I've done it the wrong way around. So we're going to remove this from our die, even though this is, I mean, what I would probably be doing if I was at home.
You can still use that elsewhere.
Absolutely. I would be snipping into this and using that for something else.
Yeah, of course.
But let's bring in one we have done properly in true Blue Peter style.
Well covered.
Or well covered. And just to clean out my die, all I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a die brush and we're just going to get those pieces out. So we're
But you kind of demonstrated those. So if you did it that way, you've obviously cut it out of the card, but there's no reason, like you said, that you wouldn't also cut it that way if you wanted to pop that somewhere on a project, like you did earlier on, if you wanted to use that, say, for example, on like a scrapbook page.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's just different effects. It's just not the effect I was going for this particular card. But it's not to worry. We've got one we've done earlier, and I'll die cut another one in a moment just to show you how beautifully it does die cut. But
just whilst you're doing that, lots of messages coming through. These edge balls are great, says the Enchanted Craft Fairy. When I make a card for work, large scale, 7 team members could sign it. Craft Fairy also saying, I have not used this one yet. You should absolutely give these a go. If you've got these at home as well and you've not yet tried them, make sure today is the day. And lots of you still chatting about the music for the shows. Melanie D says on YouTube, my favourite music is Softer Sides. I can't remember what that music is. My least favourite, though, is the one played prior to this show. I love them all, though, including all the random singing and the fun. Yeah, we were chatting about the theme tune earlier on for this show, and it's not the best one that we do. It's not the best one that we do. Anyway, back to the card.
So when we cut it properly, we're going to cut one on the left-hand side and one on the right-hand side. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this absolute beauty of a tape pen. Now, these are our dotty tape pens, and these are absolute game changers, let me tell you. When I first got my hands on one of these and first used it, I was like absolutely blown away. I couldn't believe how fabulous these are. We have so many intricate die cuts these days, and sticking them down can sometimes be a little bit tricky. But with these, just a piece of scrap paper underneath to protect my work surface. And all you do, you don't have to be specific or thinking about where I'm putting my glue. I literally just go all over with my tape pen, and then I've got some pink cardstock. I'm going to pop that into the centre of my card base just to line that up. So I'm going to get it so it's dead centre with the middle. And then it'd be easier if I open it out, and we're just going to line that up. So move it slightly towards the right, and then all we're going to do to stick this down, we're just going to close our card blank. And can you see we've not got any adhesive exposed at all? You can't see any of that tape pen, because literally using the dotty tape pen, the tape only goes on the bit that we want to and not where we don't want it to. So we're going to do exactly the same on the other side. And how easy is this for adhering your intricate die cuts? Honestly, it's incredible. I have to say, it was one of those things when dies first started getting really, really intricate. It was one of those things, it was like, yeah, they're great, but how do we stick them down without getting absolutely covered in glue? I have to say, I'm not a big fan of putting glue on the back of your hand. I know some people do it, but it's not my favourite thing.
I'm sure somebody does it. Debbie?
Yeah, I think Debbie probably does do it. Because what you end up doing is you have glue on the back of your hand, then you go to like brush your hair out your face or something, you're covered in glue. So with these, it's absolutely perfect. You can see that stuck down perfectly. You can't see any of that glue coming through whatsoever. It's just giving us that fabulous effect. What we're going to do next is we're going to recut this die that we cut earlier. Well, we tried to cut earlier and we didn't have too much luck. But for this particular one, it literally doesn't matter. So I'm not worrying about it. All I'm doing is I'm laying it die side down. I'm just going to tape it down just so it doesn't move, even though I've not lined it up particularly in a particular place, just because I don't want it to move off that piece of cardstock and I end up wasting a piece of cardstock. We don't want that, so we're just going to tape it down using our low-tack tape, and we're running that through our die cutter machine. So not only can we be cutting our plain white cardstock like we did for our card blank, we can be using all our lovely specialist cardstocks as well. I know our Keith brought us a load of fabulous cardstocks when he was here earlier this week.
Oh so yes, perhaps, he's back in again, wasn't he?
He certainly was. Perhaps you've treated yourself to some of the lovely Paper Dynamics cardstock. I know he brings lots of fabulous different finishes. Or perhaps you've got some of our luxury cardstock from Crafter's Companion. I know we've got a few on today's show which are absolutely gorgeous. Our golds and our silvers in that little pack.
12 by 12, isn't it, with the glitter as well?
Oh, I love that mixed pack, because you've got 3 really, really luxurious looking cards at such a good price, and I have to say I love my 12 by 12 cardstock. So what I've done is I've cut 2 of these, and I know it looks like a little bit of a mess around the edge, but we don't need to worry, because what we're going to do is we're actually going to snip into this. So I was talking about all this lovely detail that we've got around the bottom edge, and what I'm going to do is I'm just picking out this piece in the centre, just this piece in the middle, and I'm literally just taking my little snippy scissors and I'm just going to snip it out, making sure that I'm snipping it out symmetrically. So whatever part I'm snipping off on the left hand side, I'm snipping off on the right hand side. I mean, we could be cutting all of this flourish away, but in this particular instance, we're just going to cut that little section away, and we're going to paper piece those back on just to bring out a little bit of detail, gives it that sort of opulent finish onto this card.
It's so nice to see this, because as I say, I am very much look at a product kind of guy and think I have to use the whole product. It's like with stencils, for example.
Yes.
If I have like a 5x7 stencil, I think, well, you've got to use that stencil in its entirety on a 5x7 card. And like with this, you know, as much as we talk about snippability, I always look at the die as a whole and think, well, I've got to use it like that every time. But you're just proving that there's so much snippability in all these dies, isn't there?
Absolutely, there always is. The team puts so much thought into every single design. It's not just about using them as they are, it's about thinking how you can break them down. I like to, when I first get a collection, a range, a new die, it doesn't matter if it's a die, a stamp, whatever it may be, my first couple of cards, I might be doing them using the sort of concept, so how they're intended to be used. But then I start to look into them. I start to sort of visually break them down. So I'm looking at this die, I'm seeing the words as separate to this flourish. I'm seeing this part separate to that flourish. And I'm thinking how I can break it down, thinking how I can use elements separately, or perhaps cutting them again and layering back on like we have here. So I could even be recutting again in gold and paper piecing all the words back in. Yes, it would take a little bit of time, but it'd be so much fun to do, and it would look fantastic as well. So just with that little bit of gold, it just gives it that point of difference onto there. And it's going to continue with the gold theme that we're going to bring into the centre of the card. So what I've done is I've taken some lovely pattern papers. This is from Sarah's Signature Garden of Love. I'm going to mat it onto that pink. It's the same pink, and we don't need to use our dotty for this one. We can use our solid tape runner, with it being just regular matting and layering.
22 metres on each tape pen you get.
I know, I can't believe it. You usually get like a few metres on a regular tape pen. 22 metres.
No.
Honestly, it's incredible. So for all your matting and layering, it's absolutely brilliant. So we're layering it onto a piece of that pink. It's the same pink we added to the front of our card. So it's going to have that flow from the front we've got on that gatefold to the inside. We've added it onto that exact same gold. A little die cut of a couple of hearts on that top corner. And then can you see we've gutted that gold. We didn't want to waste any of that gold cardstock, so we've literally just die cut a rectangle into the middle, and that bit of gold we have saved to use on another project.
Wow.
Of course, we've got to be saving our cardstock, and as well, nobody knows that you've taken the middle out, but it's just going to reduce the weight and the bulk of your cards. So it's even going to save you perhaps a little bit of money when you come to post them.
Do you think most people do that? I'd be interested to know in the comments whether, because obviously a lot of the time you see us on the channel, we don't gut our card regularly, just for, I suppose, for speed's sake.
Yeah.
But is that something that you at home do as a rule of thumb to save your cards? So do you do that when you're crafting?
Oh yeah.
Always.
Yeah. When I'm crafting for me, as in like not demonstrating, so I've got a little bit more time. Yeah, I'll gut my cardstock. It's just you save so much. Quite often, like if I gut my larger layer like that, that piece that I've gutted will be my next layer up, mat and layer.
Yeah.
For like my topper. So. Yeah, you've got to do it. It saves you a lot of cardstock, and I have to say I am an absolute paper hoarder, quite frankly. So you'd think, oh, I don't need to be too frugal with my cardstock. I do. I'll save every single scrap, and it's just a way to make your papers and your card go even further, which is what we all want. Doesn't matter how many multiples of a paper pad we buy, we always want to save as much as we possibly can.
It.
So just as a finishing touch, we've added our sentiment and our hearts onto the inside. We've gone with Happy Anniversary, we've just gold embossed that. You could be using perhaps one of your chalkboard sentiments on the inside, so mixing and matching the different ranges that we've got on today's show. Absolutely, you can be doing that. Don't just think of them as being standalone collections. Think how they're going to work with everything else that you've already got in your crafty stash. And you guys know I love my gems and my pearls, so...
But a few of those today already?
Already. Honestly, you should see my drawer full of gems and pearls. It's a little bit ridiculous.
You really must at some point, well, no, you don't have to, you really must love to do like a little look around your craft room. Because I've been into Craig's house and seen his up close and personal. Yeah. Debbie did a little video a while back of hers when she tidied it, so maybe we need to see yours next, Lady
When
Lily.
it gets a little bit better.
Okay.
I'll let you guys in, but at the moment it's horrendous. So, there we go. That is our finished card using the gatefold onto there, cutting it twice, well, technically 4 times, because we just paper piece that little element onto the front, gives it that really regal finishing touch. And as we open it out, it draws our eyes into the centre of the card. actually a really easy card to put together, but it looks really quite elegant and opulent using your fabulous slimline curved sentiment dies.
Do you know what? I'm going to call this quite early.
Oh, yeah?
I know. Obviously, you're going to win demo of the day today.
Well, you'd hope so.
You will. If you don't, there's something wrong.
Yes.
But I also think you're in with a shout. One of these makes that you've made is going to go forward to the demo of the week. You're in with a shout of retaining your title.
Oh, yes, it was.
It was last week.
It was last week. Oh,
I got your
yeah.
name. I got your name put up for you as well.
I saw as well. Oh, my mum messaged me saying, I've seen you've got a star on the board at Crafters TV.
Yep.
I said, yes, Mum, I know. She was very excited.
First thing I did Monday morning when I came in, because Lily didn't have her name up on the roll call, the Wall of Fame over there. So I got Liam to do it, and Lily's got her star up on now. And I reckon you are in with a shout. There's some lovely makes, by the way. That vote will be doing tomorrow on Second Chance Sunday. Myself and Craig tomorrow for that the show. So it should be a lot of fun. Let's just quickly recap again on all of the dies that you're going to get in this collection. And as you've seen, super versatile. So much that you can do. I love the fact, again, think about the snippability, think about all the different ways that you can use these, and think about all the different occasions you can use these for as well. It's a great deal today. Honestly, you're saving, what, £31, $35. Platinum members, you get another 20% off. That is $37.41 today, or $43.06. So it's a 40% saving. These are all of them that you'll get within this collection. I think the Happy Birthday to You one is my favourite, simply for the fact, I'm like you, producer Georgina, I look at that and think of all of the lovely paper piecing that you could do within that edge, should you wish to. You are going to get, if you don't want to go for the full bundle, by the way, 2 for £22 or 2 for $24. So again, there's lots of ways to be able to split these up. If there's a particular couple that you want to go for, maybe you just want to give these a try and see if you love them, there is that option to go that way. You've got Sending All My Love. This is the one that you just saw with Lily a few moments ago. It's Your Special Day. And again, how cool was it? Snipping into it on the second cut and then just using that gorgeous gold cardstock to really highlight the sort of regal nature of this particular die. And then you got From Our Family to Yours as well. All 6 for just $37.41 or $43.06. Lots of you chatting. Sharon just saying, hey, Lily, I love that happy anniversary font you used. Where is that from?
I'm not sure. It's an older stamp. I'm afraid it's a really old one of ours. Sorry, I couldn't tell you.
Sorry.
It's all right.
Roseanne Baker is saying the golds and pinks are stunning together. And oh yes, that is the card of the day. Well, we'll find out. We'll get a vote going on the card of the show, then the card of the day. Lillian says, are you blaming Debbie for everything today? It looks like we are, actually. She's just the name we randomly picked.
Wasn't it? So this week, Debbie Robinson, we're blaming you for everything.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I normally blame Craig as well, but I feel like I can't blame him because I'm doing two shows with him tomorrow.
Yeah, you've got to be careful.
Yeah.
We can't blame Craig. It's Debbie's turn.
Yeah, absolutely right. Charlotte Johnson on YouTube is saying, my favourite theme tune to the shows is Wake Up Call. And lots of you telling me that you're shopping for the back in stock tape pens. Mary Beth Dawes says, hi everyone from Minnesota. I've been watching on the tablet so I could get my order together for Dotty tape pens. My stash was getting pretty low. Don't let your stash get low because these will go. The tape pens are back in stock. You're going to get 3 tape pens and we will give you the 4th one for free. Georgina's gone. It's like a Die Hard movie. Back in stock with a vengeance. Look at that, back in stock, top of the screen. Sorry, they're getting very excited in the gallery about the little back in stock sticker that you can see on your screen now. Is it the first time we've seen that? I feel like I've seen that before. Oh, well, we like it. We like it. It's a lot of fun. It's just to hammer home the point that these are back in stock. Yay! You're going to get 4, but you're only paying for 3. Remember, you've got 22... please put that sticker up as well that you've just shown me on my previous screen. They're going fast. Oh, hang on, they've got another one coming up. I've not seen these. Check out now. So they're back in stock. Yeah, they're back in stock. They're going fast. So what are you going to do? Check out now. There we go. $9.57 or $14.28 for your tape pens. Remember, 22 metres, 72 feet. you're going to get, so that's what, 88 metres you're going to get in total. And then you've also got, back in stock, the dotty tape pens. They're back in stock. And guess what? They're going fast. So what have you got to do? Check out now! Check out now! You're going to get 1, you're going to get 2, you're going to get 3, and we're going to give you the 4th for free! Yes, 22 metres you'll get here as well, 72 feet in total. These you absolutely need to jump in and grab. Great for your intricate sticking, great for things like the dies that we're showing on this show as well, where you haven't got an adhesive because you know the dies are so intricate, whatever you're sticking is so difficult to do. These are where they'll come into their own. £11.98, $16.68. I tell you what, it is a busy show. The collections that we've got are flying out the door, but by far the most popular items on the show are the tape pens, so you know what to do. Check out now!
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, $1 or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Quick Buy, all your crafty must-haves in a flash.
Make light work of intricate and delicate die-cutting designs with the Pokey Tool from Crafter's Companion. An absolute essential part of any paper crafter's kit, its precise tip has been designed to release the tiniest pieces to reveal your finished results with absolute precision. And to make sure your finished project is perfect, each Pokey Tool has a rubber tip protector, so there's no risk of damaging your die-cutting design or yourself. The Crafter's Companion Pokey Tool is such an essential craft item, we've included 2 in each set.
Quick Buy, get yours now. Quick Buy, all your crafty must-haves in a flash. Draw, decorate, and customize your world with the colorful Spectrum Noir acrylic paint markers. Each premium paint marker gives opaque coverage on ceramic, glass, wood, and let's not forget paper, cardstock, and canvas. These versatile markers are filled with highly pigmented premium water-based paint, offering beautiful, rich, and smooth coverage. The colors can be blended together and the fast-drying opaque paint is ideal for layering. A 3mm bullet tip offers smooth strokes and a precision valve mechanism allows rich and consistent flow with no clogging. Quick Buy, all your crafty must-haves in a flash.
Lots of you checking out right now and taking note of what it was saying on the screen there, of course. Neat Connie on YouTube just saying, Lady Lily, my heart is swelling for love for that card you just made. Lovingly done.
Oh, thank you so much.
What else have we got? Loads coming through. Gilmore says on YouTube, great tape pen shortage of 2022 equals Ben's fault.
Oh.
Is it because I'm saying they're going fast? Check out now. EB says, finally getting my hands on the dotty tape pens. I'm checking out now. You took notice of what we were telling you. Love listening to Lily's calming voice, says Kay. Great demos, and I love you too, Ben, says Kay. Thank you. And Pammy, hello Pam, how's George? Says, I feel like I'm guilty of the tape pen shortage. I had accidentally ordered 2 12-packs last year on top of my regular orders, and I found them when I redid my craft area. I had 34.
Oh, now that's the sort of find we want when we're redoing our craft area.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm jealous.
That also makes me think about how big people's craft areas are, that you can lose. Do you know what I mean? That many.
I could quite easily do that, I'll be honest.
We need to have a look. Go on, get it sorted.
Yeah, I might find a load of tape pens. If there's anything of motivation to get me tidy my craft room, that would be it. But in the meantime, I'll just have to stock up and get plenty more.
That's it. We were just saying as well, for another crafty gamer at some point, or just generally has to have a bit of a nose, how cool would it be to do little like a through the keyhole type thing of looking in all of our crafters' craft rooms, and then you have to try and guess whose craft room it is. I love that idea. I think it would be good.
That would be a lot of fun.
Would you be up for that after a bit of a tidy up?
Yeah, for sure. That would be really good fun.
Maybe we'll look at that. We'll put that to the guys. Shadow Sentiment Stamp and Die Collection. These are brilliant. Again, you're making a big saving today. £31 you're saving. $35 once again. We've got some massive savings on the show today. Actually, really, really big savings right across the board here. You pay £37.41 if you're platinum. $43.06 if you're shopping with us in the US. And once again, these will qualify you for that free gift too. Such a really, really simple way, yet effective way to be able to create this really cool effect. I think it almost gives the stamped effect a bit of motion. I think it really sort of brings out that 3D effect. And I absolutely love it. And it's so simple to do. You're just going to choose the colour that you're going to use kind of in the background. You've then got your main kind of word, so in this case birthday, which you're going to pop on the front to be able to create that overlay. And then you've also got, should you wish to use it, the die to be able to pop on the front of that as well. So whether you want to use them all in conjunction with each other, whether you want to use them independently of each other, it is entirely up to you. And you've got the happy and to you stamps to create that full sentiment right there. It's a really, really clever effect that you can create with these sets. So as we go through, you've got thank you so very much. You've got your blessed to have you in my life. I think the quick dry ink pads that you've got as well on this show would work wonderfully with these. This one I loved, the most wonderful news, because I think that lends itself to so many different things which might happen, whether it be a new job, whether it be a new baby, you know, an engagement. Really, really useful. Thinking of you again, another wonderful sentiment which you can use on many occasions. And then you've got you're a true friend. All of those, 26 elements in total, for that low price at the bottom of your screen. Let's have a look at some of these on some finished projects with Lily. Really cool effect, but really easy to achieve with this, isn't it?
Yeah, they're one of those, you sort of look at them and you think, how easy is that to create? And then you actually see the product itself and you see how easy it is. They look fabulous and they do really look almost like they're moving. They're really, really dynamic, but so simple to create. So all you do is you stamp your solid stamp first of all, and then you stamp the line stamp over the top, and it's super, super simple to line these up with the technology that we've got on these stamps. And then finally, to finish it off, you just die cut your sentiment and you lay that over the top. But of course you could be using that die cut completely separate. You don't have to be using it with the stamps, but when you lay them together you get such a fabulous dimensional effect, and you do get the additional words as well, so you can build your sentiments. Looks fabulous on an easel card, makes it really stand out. But how about bringing some more of your other stamps into your background? So those are some of our resist stamps. Using those on the background and then layering up our sentiment stamps over the top, spelling out our sentiments, not just the main word but the additional words as well to build your own sentiments for your card front. Looks fabulous. If you're wanting something really zingy and uplifting, I love the colours on this. Zingy, yes. Yeah. Love it. Love that lemon. I'm thinking lemon sorbet. Ooh, yummy, yummy.
Ooh, yeah. Love a bit of sorbet.
That time of day, isn't it? But how fabulous does that look? 2 colours of ink, so you could be using just shades of the same colour, or you could be using really, really different colours if you want something really bright and bold. Then die cutting our word over the top, layering that over the top to bring that dimensional effect onto that. That looks like it's been stuck on with foam pads, but honestly, trust me, it is completely flat. No dimension on there at all, so perfect for posting. And finally, they are like an illusion, aren't they? They're absolutely amazing. Using some of our stencils in the background and then stamping over the top, adding our die cut over the top of there and finishing it off with the additional stamps within each set. It just looks fabulous, but really easy to create with a fabulous technology with our Shadow Sentiments stamp and dies.
Love those so much. Again, nice price for you today as well. £37.41 or $43.06 if you're platinum and you're shopping with us in the US. Once again, do not forget that you've got that bonus extra gift thrown in for good measure as well. Worth bearing in mind if you have just joined us, World Quilting Day today, so we've got buy one, get one half price on pre-selected cut by the half-metre bundles. That ends on the 16th. There's still plenty of time for you to shop. Now, if you're looking for a super-duper deal today, maybe you've only got a budget of, say, around about £20, $20, this is a lovely collection to go for, the Frame Sentiment Stamp and Die collection. Again, under £20 if you're platinum, under $24 if you're in the US and you're platinum. What a cool effect this is. Whether you're cutting into your card, whether you're cutting out to create this effect to layer up elsewhere. I love this. I love the fact that it kind of frames that really cool, oh, mine's broken here, but you've got that gorgeous message within that really cool frame each and every time. And then you've got the addition of the stamps there as well to finish off the sentiment. I really need. You know what? I will fix that in a minute with my dotty tape pen, because I've got some over here. I might actually borrow one of Lily's because I don't want to open up a new one, because I don't want to be accused of being the person who started the great tape pen shortage 2022 again. You've then got this one here, which is thank you. Lots of interesting shapes you're going to get these in as well, and once again, plenty of snippability with these. If you just wanted to use the actual shape itself, you didn't want the sentiment, I guess there's the opportunity to be able to snip those out should you wish. So you've got thank you so much. The birthday wishes, and again with that additional stamp of from me to you, and then lastly you've got forever and always. So again, great for so many occasions. Great if you like to create your boxes as well. I think these would be particularly good for. But how lush is that? The intertwined hearts with that lovely sentiment finished off with a stamp. It's a lovely price today. Everyone saves £8, almost $10. £19.18 is the platinum price, or $23.88 if you are shopping with us and you're a platinum member in the US. A couple of quick messages coming through before we have a look at these in more detail. Rhonda on YouTube says, I love sorbet. I used to feel really posh back in the day because you used to have sorbet in between meals, didn't you?
I'll be honest, I'm talking about sorbet. I don't think I've ever even eaten it.
Oh, have you not?
No.
You have to cleanse the palate, don't you, in between courses at posh restaurants. I'm making myself, I don't go to posh restaurants. Yeah,
I'm more of an ice cream girl, but
ice cream.
Sorbet sounds great, but I'm thinking about it, I don't think I've even ever eaten it.
We'll get some sorbet. It's nice.
Yeah.
Pammy saying George. Oh yes, George is good, Ben. He's cuddling with my daughter who's home from spring break from college. That's Pam's dog, George. Lovely George. Strong name. The George is in the gallery, loving that today. And Rose on YouTube says, well, Crafter's Companion phoned me up yesterday to let me know that the pens are in again, so I asked to order them. I asked to order me a couple, and lo and behold, they are on offer again today, so I ordered the 4-pack. Yay, thank you, Ben. Rose, you are welcome. The tape pens and the dotty tape pens are flying out the door. Hottest property on the show today, bar none, so grab them whilst we've got them. Let's, though, have a look at this Frame Sentiment Stamp and Die collection. Lovely price today. If I say you've only got £20, $20 to spend, this is a lovely set to go for, isn't it?
Absolutely fabulous, and you can create such pretty cards, but again really quite easily using this die set. So perhaps you like your fold back cards, just cutting it in our lovely yellow cardstock, really bright and zingy, but cutting it again in white and just giving it that slight offset drop shadow really brings that to life and makes it stand out even more. Using it with our Nature's Garden Beautiful collection gives us a fabulously zingy card, just like so. But we can also be creating apertures with these. So layering them across our fancy fold cards, a lovely stepper card here, we can actually look through to the cardstock behind. So giving us that aperture effect looks really fantastic with these as well. But how about if you're into your mixed media a little bit more, bringing out all your inks, how fabulous is that? That is just super striking. Great for perhaps a teenager or male makes. That would be absolutely brilliant, but just building up your own inky backgrounds gives you a fantastic effect with these Stamp and Dies. And finally, I have to show you a shaker. You guys know I love a shaker. You can, of course, be using these across your apertures, adding your acetate behind and adding a few lovely little sequins into there gives you a fantastic effect. So lots and lots of different options with these, whether you like inky, whether you like something quite modern and crisp like this, whether you like to go pretty and pink and girly, the options are absolutely endless. With these being dies, it's totally up to you what you cut them out of, up to you what colours and papers you choose, but you know every single time you're going to get a fabulous effect.
So much food for thought right there, and we're going to dive right in and have a look at some demos with these. Again, just £19.18 platinum, $23.88 if you're shopping with us in the US. Which one are you going to go for? Which one are you going to demo with, Lily?
Well, I'm going to go for birthday wishes to start with. And I have to say, when I first saw these dies, I didn't actually realise at first you got the stamps as well. So when I got them out the packet, and I realised you got not only the dies, but the stamps as well, I was pretty chuffed. It's an absolutely brilliant bonus, but it works so nicely to have the main sentiment in your die, and then that finishing touch of that extra sentiment to sort of complete that phrase. It looks absolutely brilliant on all your makes. So we're going with the birthday wishes, and I'm going to take the dies. Now, yes, I did say dies, it's plural. We've actually got 2, which is brilliant because it gives us options. So if we use just the main die, that's going to cut into our cardstock. But if we use it with our outer die, that will cut out. And I'm going to show you exactly how that works and how fabulously versatile that is when we are crafting. So I've got a piece of deep purple Centura Pearl. I love my Centura Pearl. It's one of the cardstocks I use the most.
Why do you love it so much?
I love the sheen and the luster. I just think it looks so expensive.
Yeah.
But the reality is it's not. We always have it on a fabulous price. It just gives you makes that sort of opulent touch, and we've got such a lovely range of colours as well. But like I said, for this particular card, we're going the deep purple. So laying our 2 dies together, face down, and then just a little bit of low tack tape just to hold them into position. These will fit through your Gemini Junior really, really easily. So I'm just using my Gemini Junior plates in my full-size Gemini, and I'm literally just going to run that through really, really easily. And that's going to cut out the sentiment for us, and because we've used the 2 dies together, what we'll find is it's actually cut out rather than just cutting the detail in. So that is our waist, and then if we carefully remove that low tack tape that's kept our 2 dies together so that we know once we've lined it up and run it through, we've got that perfect positioning. Then all I need to do is just remove that waist from our die. There's just a couple of bits to poke out of there, but you can see that it's cut beautifully. Even with a really thick cardstock like the 310 GSM that Centura Pearl is, even though they're quite delicate little dies really in terms of the detail that we've got in there, we can see that it's cut absolutely beautifully into that purple. Now what we're going to do is we're actually going to cut it again. So I'm taking a piece of white stamping card. Yes, that'll just fit through my Gemini. And then we're taking just the detail. I'm going to lay that down, just 1 piece of tape. We don't need it to be perfectly in position as we are going to actually be snipping this out, and we're going to run that through our die cutting machine. So this time, without the outer die, we're just going to cut this into our cardstock. By separating the dies into 2 dies, what that's going to give is going to give us even more options when it comes to our crafting. So we're not just cutting out the sentiment, we can also cut it in to give us lots of different effects. So just carefully remove the tape from our cardstock, and I don't need to worry that I've been a little bit like a bull in a china shop and I've ripped that bit. That's not to worry because we're actually going to be snipping this out. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of scrap card, just so I can see what I'm doing. And just in order to bring out the detail, I'm taking one of my metallic markers from Spectrum Noir, and this is gold plate. And what we're going to do is we're just going to go around and we're going to colour in the words themselves. So we're not having to be too particularly precise when we're doing this. We just need to fill out the letters themselves. We're not worrying about the outer frame, as we're actually just going to cut that away.
Worth bearing in mind as well, if you love your metallics, we've got the pens and pencils, as I'll got it good this week. 2 sets of the metallic pens and those pencils, and we give you the black cardstock as well, don't we? We've got the 9x12 cardstock available for you. That Get It Got It Good will end tomorrow though. We'll have a look at that maybe a little bit later on, but that is this week's Get It Got It Good, and it will end tomorrow. Lots of love for this demo, lots of love just in generally for this show today actually. Sherry saying that thank you card a few months ago was a real eye-catcher, love all the sample cards. And Fred saying, hey, Monday, Monday's Pie Day.
Oh,
Another
wow.
reason to celebrate. It's not that pie though.
Oh, Not maths.
Pi
Oh,
as in,
dear.
what is it, 3.14
3.14
recurring?
Yeah.
Whatever it is. Yeah. So yes, that is Monday. Also coming up Monday, by the way, and I know this because I'm on the show Monday. It is I can't remember the exact title. It's National Craft with the Kids Day or something like that. I'll put it on my Facebook page, but we're looking for your pictures of you crafting with the kids or the grandkids, or maybe stories that you can share about when you've crafted with them. I'll put some stuff over on my Facebook page a little bit later on, so you can share your pictures. But that's what we're going to be talking about on Wake Up Call and Craft Chat Create on Monday, which will also include, are we allowed to say who's in on Monday? I guess we are, aren't we? Hunky Dory are back, aren't they? on
Woohoo!
Monday? Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Yay!
Anne-Marie will be here with me and
lovely.
Corinne.
Oh, lovely
be good.
Anne-Marie.
Yeah, it's
Be
nice
nice
to have
to
all
have
our
them
crafty friends in, isn't it?
Yeah, it's lovely. Joining the crafters family, which is always
Yeah.
fabulous. So all we've done is we've taken that metallic marker and I've literally just coloured in the letters. Wasn't being particularly precise, just making sure that I completely coloured in all of the letters, and I'm just taking my little snippy scissors and I'm just snipping out the sentiment itself. It's going to give us a lovely gold coloured in sentiment. So just going round, just taking care to snip this out nice and carefully. Now it's easy to do, it's just literally a few cut lines we've got to release. So release the wishes, and of course you could be using that completely separately. You don't have to be using it with the frame. So if you don't want these to be framed sentiments at all and you just want them as ordinary sentiments, then you've got another option there. You can just be sticking that onto your card really, really easily. But we're going to bring back in this purple one we cut earlier. And we've also cut the base plate, so this is just our outer die. And we've just cut that in some white cardstock. And what we're going to do is we're going to whip out the dotty tape runner. With this being a lovely intricate die cut, it's going to give us that really quick, fuss-free, mess-free adhesion onto the back of there. So we're going to add that onto our base plate. And I know this is going to be stuck down beautifully thanks to that fabulous dotty tape pen. No glue or anything like that showing through. And we're going to do exactly the same with the bit that we just snipped out, the birthday wishes. I'm going to add some of the dotty tape runner onto the back. I'm going to sort of paper piece this back on. And when we're working with our dotty tape pens, what I tend to do is just have a piece of scrap paper underneath just to protect your surface, and then the excess glue dots are just going to go onto that piece rather than on my glass mat. It just saves me having to wipe up basically.
Yeah.
It's just faff free. It's just so easy to craft with these dotty tape pens. If you've got anything that's even remotely intricate that you need to stick down, then it's absolutely perfect. Adding our wishes onto that, and that gives us our topper built up really, really easily. So just a few die cuts onto there. See, you can see how easy it is to build up these sentiments, but it gives you a fabulous effect. Now we're going to bring in our card base and we're going to start to layer up our card base. So all we've done is we've taken some white cardstock, and it's just under 6 by 6. So all it is, we've scored in half, and then on the left hand side we've scored in half again, and we're going to create a reverse easel. Now it's just under 6 inches because we've used A4 cardstock. So you won't quite get a 12-inch length from your A4 cardstock, so it's just slightly under 6 by 6, but it's square, and we've scored again halfway on that left hand side.
Are you loving the masquerade paper pad at the minute?
Oh, the
I've noticed
masquerade
that in
paper
quite a few
pad.
demos.
Yeah, I have to say, oh, it's lovely. I love it's opulent is the best word for
Yeah.
it. It's so opulent. It's those jewel tones. It works so lovely with all your golds and your metallics. Oh, it's gorgeous. So we've cut a panel that we're going to add to the bottom. We've added a little tiny bit of ink to the edge of this just to draw the eye in even more. We're adding that to the base, and then we've got 2 additional panels that we're going to add to the top of our card just to keep that design flowing from the base of our easel all the way to the top. And you can see that gorgeous foiling that we've got in this paper pad. It's just beautiful, and it's going to work so nicely with the gold metallic marker that we just added to our sentiment. So you can see it doesn't matter what you've got in your crafty stash, what papers you've got, what pens, cardstock. You could be mixing and matching all of these sentiments with everything else you've got already in your crafty stash. I'd say they're pretty much an essential sort of die. Sentiments, you're going to go back to time and time again. They're completely ageless. They're not sort of on trend that in a few months' time they're going to look like they're a little bit outdated. They are classic designs, but something a little bit fun as well. Something a little bit different. And it's something that you're going to keep reaching for time and time again when you are crafting. Doesn't matter what your style is, these are definitely going to work for you. So we've got a couple of tags, again using that fantastic paper from our Masquerade Ball paper pad. And we're going to add that into the centre. Just make sure you add your adhesive just to that top part and then none on the bottom part. That just makes sure that our reverse easel is going to fold correctly. And then we're going to place on our sentiment. So the sentiment that we've just built up using a couple of die cuts, using our lovely metallic pens onto that to give us that lovely opulent effect. A few foam pads onto the back is going to make this really stand out from the papers. After all, this is our focal element to our card, so we want to make it really, really stand proud. If we add that to the centre, and then finally all we need to do to finish this off, to make it into a proper stepper, not stepper even, a reverse easel, is we just need a stopper, not a stepper, a stopper.
A stepper stopper?
Stepper stopper. Add that onto the base, and then I think we've got to, just to finish it off, let's bring in a lovely organza bow. I have to say I do love my organza ribbon. And if we add that, I tend to go for the top left, so let's mix it up and go for the top right. Because there's slightly more space on this side than there is on that side, we're going to add our bow onto the top there just to fill that little bit of space. But how easy was that to create a really fancy fold reverse easel sort of design.
Love it.
Snipping out the words that we coloured in using our metallic markers, but it gives you a fabulous effect with all your lovely pattern papers that you've already got in your stash.
Oh, wow, another super card. You guys are going to have your work cut out today voting for the demo of the show, then indeed the demo of the day as well. Lily is on fire today. Terry just says, late to the show. Hello, everyone. Hi, Terry Anderson. The masquerade paper, so pretty, says Rhonda Crowley. We all love it, don't we? We all love it, and you're seeing it lots and lots today. Mary Reno, hello, Mary, says, I love that masquerade paper. And Nee Connie on YouTube says, another demo equals swoon time. For me, at least. Swoon time. There have been some amazing demos, plenty of swooning today. And this is a great price as well. Swoon at the price. Ooh, swoon. $19.18 is the platinum price on this. $23.88 if you want to jump in and grab it today. 12 elements in total because you get the dies and you get the stamps within each of the collections as well. And I just love the frames that you get. Particularly, this is my fave actually, the With Love. I love the intricacy, the entwined nature of those hearts there. With love forever and always. And as you've seen again, if you want to be able to cut these straight into your cardstock, you can. If you want to be able to cut out the elements to use elsewhere, like you just saw with Lily, you've got the ability to do that as well. You've got the interlocking squares there too, so hello, miss you. Then you've got the thank you so much. And then lastly in this collection is the birthday wishes, which you saw just a few moments ago there as well. So 12 elements in total, stamps, dies, great price, under £20, under $24 if you're a platinum member today, worth jumping in for those. Did mention as well, because you saw Lily using some of the metallic markers just a few moments ago, worth mentioning this week's Get It Got It Good, which is brilliant, particularly if you love to add a bit of sparkle to your projects, because it's all about the metallic markers. Deal has been really popular this week actually, and the Get It Got It Goods that we've done recently have proved really popular. Lots of them have been selling out as well. But you've got your beautiful antique elements. This one here is your rare mineral, so you're going to get 6 colours within this set. So you've got your beautiful pink, you've got your red in there, you've got that green citrine, you've also got your jade, your blue topaz and your amethyst as well. Love the fact that these are double-ended, so you've got that more brush nib, that fine nib included in there as well. Water-based, of course, too, so you can do all of your different techniques with these, but great for adding that sheen and that sparkle, or metallic element, I should say, with the 12 pens that you're going to get in total there. So 12 pens, double-ended. You're also going to get 12 of our metallic pencils as well. So that price already looking amazing at $29.58 or $39.08. But then we always say that the metallics you can use on your lighter colour cardstocks, but they always come to the fore more on the darker coloured card, particularly on your black cardstock, and that's what we're giving you as well. The A4 9x12 actually card pad, which is 240 GSM. Your stunning black cardstock is included in this set for free. You're going to get 30 sheets of that for free with this week's Get It Got It Good, but bear in mind that if you are thinking about snapping up that deal, you need to do it today or tomorrow, because that deal will change first thing Monday morning when we bring you Wake Up Call and Craft, Chat and Create. So that's this week's deal, ends on Monday. Make sure you jump in and grab it whilst you can. Also on the show, possibly one of the deals of the show, is the Balloon Sentiments collection. Now, this is an astonishing buy. If you haven't yet got this, let me just check my notes here, because I've got a feeling like the amount off on this is ridiculous, right? £83, $104 is what it should be. I've not written it down. Well, it's a big saving you're making anyway. £25.17, $31.36 is what you pay. You're saving $58.74 or $73.19. Look at the platinum price, £20 or $25 for one of the most fun collections. I absolutely love this. Within each of the sets, you get one of the balloon stamps to spell out a gorgeous word. So in this case, we've got the love, and then you get the die to be able to cut out the main element. And then with the other stamps that you get within this set, you can build up your own balloon sentiments. Really cute. So you've got I love you with love, lots of love, with lots of love, I love you lots. I mean, lots of different ways to be able to use them. You've got the birthday as well. I always think it'd be quite nice too, you know, the fact that you've got the little balloon detailing here. If you've got some twine maybe, you might think about adding those onto your cards as well to create that effect of these floating even more. Once again, you get the die to be able to cut out the stamp. So happy birthday, birthday wishes, happy birthday to you. Then you've got friend, you're my best friend. Oh, special friend. Again, combine those to create the exact sentiment that you want. You've got party included in there as well, so perfect if you want to create those invitations. I feel like we've done happy already. Hang on a second. Oh no, we haven't, have we? We've got happy. So happy birthday, happy anniversary, happy new home, potentially. I was just thinking as well, there's nothing to stop you then, of course, of using both of those together. So you've got happy birthday with the actual balloon sentiment stamps themselves, so you can spell it out that way. We've got one in the set for baby, so new baby, baby girl, baby boy, welcome baby. You've got thanks. You've also got your congrats. And if you're thinking all of that for £20 or $25 is amazing, you're then also going to get on top of that, if I can pick it up, this set here, which brings you even more as far as your stamps and dies are concerned. I love this. This reminds me of back in another life when I used to do children's parties and I used to make balloon animals, but the only balloon animal I could make was a dog. Well, a dog or like a giraffe, I could do the slightly longer neck. But these are just absolutely fantastic. Again, all the different stamps to be able to create for birthday cards, for invitations, and then you've got all of the die cuts there as well to be able to cut out your stamped elements too. What a buy that is for just £20 or $25. If you are grabbing that today, you are getting an absolutely brilliant deal. Right. Next up, we are Right, we are going for a quick break. If you are heading to the checkouts, make sure that you grab your dotty tape pens. Make sure that you grab your tape pens as well. These are flying out of the door. You need to grab them. We'll give you time to head to the checkouts and we will come right back.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
Quiet. The neighbors.
I'm all out of Zoom. I'm so lost without you. I'm not singing. I'm not singing.
Lisa, if you email in, don't send a picture of your air fryer. Make sure it's something creative.
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
You entertain us, you give us a community to talk, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafters Companion is magical. There's magic here.
Joy, there's not a dry eye in the studio here. Debbie's welling up, I'm welling up.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV. Create every day.
We've had to make some changes to our shipping charges and we want to keep you informed. With continued pressure on domestic shipments around mainland US, we've had to temporarily increase the cost of our regular 6 to 10 working day standard shipping service from $9.99 to $12.95 and our free shipping threshold from $100 to $125. We also have some really great news to tell you. We've introduced a brand new shipping service called Express Delivery. This is a fully tracked door-to-door service which takes 3 to 7 working days and costs $19.95. This option means you'll get your crafty goodies in your hands sooner, meaning less waiting and more crafting. We're also upgrading delivery services for our Gold and Platinum Club Inspire members who will now receive priority delivery on all of their orders. And if that wasn't enough, we've upgraded these orders to our new Express 3 to 7 day service. Your patience and understanding throughout this very busy time has been amazing. So we'd just like to say a huge thank you and we look forward to chatting to you again very soon.
Quick Buy. All your crafting must-haves in a flash. Put away your tape measure and fabric scissors. The Threader's fabric cutter offers accuracy and precision with every cut. This handy tool slices through fabric in a guillotine style. Its ergonomic design features a comfortable and protective handle, so it's safe and easy to use whether you're right or left-handed. Its 45mm rotary blade will cut up to 6 layers of fabric at a time, so your sewing, quilting, and upholstery project times are cut down to size. It's equipped with a measuring guide in metric and imperial for a perfectly accurate cut every time. The built-in grid ruler has 30-degree, 45-degree, and 60-degree angle lines, so you can cut fabric on any angle, including the bias. Quick Buy. All your crafting must-haves in a flash.
Oh, Georgina's just slurped a bit of a drink in my ear. How uncouth is that? Unbelievable. Slurping away. Just, oh, Georgina. Anyway, welcome back. I have been told that the that the tape pens are absolutely flying out of the door. The Dotty tape pens are the most popular item on the show, bar none. So if you're thinking about getting those, you need to be quick. Love the collection, says Adriana. The balloon sentiments that we've just shown you, great price on that. It really is a stunning price for what you get. Lots of love for the metallic markers. Ron just saying, I do really love those metallic markers. And of course, you can get those available in this week's Get It Got It Good. But do be quick because that Get It Got It Good disappears tomorrow and we'll get a brand new one on Monday. I'll quickly show you the image sentiment dice because I'm aware, I don't know where the time has gone because the last hour and 40 minutes has flown by. We've got 20 minutes to squeeze in one more demo and also get all the votes going as well. So the image sentiment dice, we're going to have a look at these again with Lily because these are proving really, really popular. All about bringing these wonderful sentiments to the fore with this collection. All of the detail is there for you. All of the beautiful sentiments are there for you as well. So you've just got the joy of crafting with these. You've got, if friends were flowers, I would pick you. Thanks for everything that you do. You've got your It's Time to Celebrate with Cake, loads of cake, or lots of cake. You then got your Count Your Blessings. You're going to get Faith, Hope and Love. And finally, you've got Your Friendship Means the World to Me. $35.96 or $46.62 is the platinum price on this. Georgina's not happy with me. It's not the worst thing you've done in my ear, is it really? Remember when you used to chew grapes in my ear? Remember that? Anyway, let's get on over to lovely Lady Lily, who would never do something so as uncouth as that, as we will have a look at the, well, actually with the final demo, won't it?
It certainly will, yeah. Final demo for the show. So we're going to take a look at the Thank You for Everything die set. Absolutely stunning. I have to say, I love this collection. So much detail within these dies. But again, not only do we get our main die that will cut out our detail, but we also get a matte and layer as well. So all we're going to do to start with is we're going to take our main die. So the Thank You for Everything die, and we're going to run it through our Gemini machine. So these will fit through your junior machine as well as your full-sized. So perfect if you are using your smaller Gemini Junior. Just cutting that with a little bit of white stamping card. Of course, you can be using any sort of cardstock you like. Bring out your metallics, your pearl card, even your glitter card. You're going to get fantastic results, whatever you're choosing to cut these into. So just have a look what we've got. We turn the die over, and there is a lot of detail within these dies. So much detail in terms of the words, but then all the embellishments that we get. I'm going to whack the die. We get around the die as well. So it's not just about the words, it's all those additional finishing touches, all those embellishments onto there that make these a real focal statement on all of your cards, or perhaps your gift tags, even home decor would be fantastic. But just to bring this to life a little bit more, we're going to bring in some of our inks. So it's totally up to you how you want to colour these, but we're going to add a little bit of ink. So we're starting off with our Damson Wine water reactive ink. I want to pick out the word in detail. So I'm using one of my finger daubers. You could of course be using any of your blending sponges, your round or square blending tools, whatever you find easiest. But just to pick out that detail in the wording, I'm going to go for one of my little finger daubers. And I'm just going around in circular motions and just picking out the words themselves, just to make them stand out really, really proud in this design. And thank you for everything you do. It could be any sort of thanks. This could be perfect actually for Mother's Day, which is just around the corner now.
Yeah.
This will be
2 weeks tomorrow.
2 weeks, yeah.
Here,
yeah.
in the UK.
In the UK.
When is it in
got
the US
a little bit longer in the US, I think.
When did you say? May?
May, I think.
Mother's Day in May.
I think so. So you've got a little bit more time, you guys, across the pond. But
apparently Mother's Day is the same in Australia as it is in the US.
Yeah, I think a few countries have the same as in the US. I might be wrong, but yeah, I think so. But for all your, any time you want to send a card to say thanks, so Mother's Day would be perfect. Could even be using some of these for Father's Day, with some of the designers are slightly less floral.
Yeah.
There's lots of different designs, lots of variety when it comes to the designs as well. And now I've gone over to a yellow ink. I'm going with straw bale, and now I'm just picking out those butterflies. So just drawing the eye into the different areas of the design, adding that colour onto there. You don't need to be good at colouring to work with these. You don't have to paper piece them if you don't want to. You can just be using your inks, and that's going to give you a fabulous result onto there. So that builds up really quite quickly. Then all we've done is we've taken that outer die again, and we've got some lovely pretty pattern paper. This is from, I want to say Sarah Sig Garden Party, pretty sure.
Yeah.
And with it being a detailed die cut, of course, we're going in with our dotty tape pen onto the back of there, just to give us that stick onto our matte and layer. And we're going to add that onto our matte and layer with our pattern paper. And with it being patterned, with us having added the ink onto there, it just makes it stand out that little bit more and gives us a lovely result. Now we're going to come to start to build our card, and we're going to do a dome front card. So all I've done is I've taken that similar pattern paper, I've matte and layered it using my solid tape pen onto some pearly card. And then I've got a piece of white which is ever so slightly bigger, and I've just scored about 1 centimetre from the edge on each side. And what we're going to do is we're going to take our pattern piece first of all, and we're going to grab our die, and I'm just going to make sure, yep, that's the right way up. And all we're going to do is we're going to take our solid outer die, and we're going to take a little bit of low tack tape just because we don't want this to move, and we're going to line this up into the centre of there. And when we're happy that that is nice and even in the centre of that panel. I'm going to run this through. And now with this just being a solid shaped die, and with it being our fantastic Gemini with its very high pressure, I'm absolutely happy with cutting through 2 layers of the cardstock. It is just a solid die. It's not a really super delicate, intricate, detailed die, so that should give us a lovely cut through the 2 layers of cardstock, and it just saves us a little bit of time, which is always nice. We can spend more time on the pretty things like our inking and our decoupage and whatever it might be. Just saves us that little bit of time. So as always, reusing our tape, so just peeling that off there. And then in order to line it up with our piece below, I find it easier to cut your top layer first and then line that up over the top of our bottom piece, and then just take your die and slip it underneath. So all we're going to do is going to match that up with that top layer so that it's even around the outside, and then we're going to line that up onto our card base until that is nice and even. And then when we're happy that that is nice and positioned well, so we're going to take a couple bits of low-tack tape, and that's really stuck to the side of my machine. Oh dear. Oh. So let's just grab that. There we go. I stuck it too firmly onto the side of my Gemini. Never good. But that should be lined up. Yeah, that looks about right. And then we're going to run that through. So I find the easiest way when you are lining up 2 apertures like that, that you need to be nice and sort of central, and they're going to lie over each other perfectly with no sort of gaps or anything like that. I find it easier to cut the top one first and then use that to help line up your lower layer. I think cutting through the 3 layers of cardstock would be a little bit much. The lower layer might not cut all the way through. Yeah. So I'll cut through 2 layers at a time with my mats and layers, and then I'll go back and cut my bottom layer. But you saw how easy that was to create. Then all we're going to need to do is take our solid tape runner, with this being just ordinary matting and layering with no detailed delicate die cuts onto there, our normal tape runner. I say normal, it's still super strong, but in terms of not being a dotty tape runner, is going to be perfect.
Just selling super fast tape runner as well. Ooh. That's what we're calling it.
Yeah.
Check out now.
Check out now, not tomorrow, not later, now.
Now.
So if we just reinforce those score lines that we've got onto there, we're going to take a piece of dotty pattern paper. So can you see we've taken our top layer, it's just about half a centimetre wider, and this is going to give us our dome effect. So if we add some of our adhesive, some of our tape runner, onto just the one side to start with, onto that folded tab we created, and all we're going to do is we're literally just going to turn this over. It's easier to do it from the back piece. Just line that up, stick that down, and then go onto the other side and add our tape onto there. I find it easier just to do one side at a time, and then all we're going to do is just line this up, and this is going to give us our dome element. So giving that a little bit of a bend onto there, and then just lining this up so that we've got that dome sort of element. And with it being a super strong tape pen, we know that that's going to hold it really, really nicely. And bringing in our card base, and we're just going to stick this dome element onto there. With this being 3D, you'll probably find it a little bit easier just to put your tape onto your flat card base, just like so. And using our tape pen just means it's really, really nice and quick and easy to get this stuck down onto here. So if we add that onto our card base, and then finally, to finish it off, we're bringing back in our image sentiment that we actually cut earlier. So if we add some of our tape pen onto the back of there, then all we're going to do is you're just going to slip this, find it easier to just manoeuvre into position from the top, and then wiggle it around until it's nice and central. And then the final finishing touch, I'm going to bring in a lovely ribbon bow. And again, even though it is ribbon, obviously with it being fabric, we're still going to use our tape pen, and it's going to still give us a lovely stick onto there. You might find it easier to actually decide where you're going to position it and then add your tape onto your card base. It's totally up to you, or you can add your tape onto the ribbon itself and it will still give you a fabulous bond onto there. You could be finishing this off, I think we've got to, you know I'm like with my gems, we could be finishing this off with a couple of gems.
You've got to really to match up with all the other mates today.
Well, yeah, it couldn't be an odd one out, could it?
No, exactly.
And these are ones which are actually on a line, so we're just going to have to snip into these.
Get ready at home as well, because you're going to have to vote very soon. In just a minute, we'll recap on this deal for you, and you will get your chance to vote. The guys are just saying, I think you should create one. They want a little tab that pops up on the screen saying, voting open now. But it isn't open now, but it will be very shortly. Is this the fourth one you've done, or fifth?
Fourth.
Fourth, yeah.
Yeah, we've been crafting away with these sentiments this afternoon. Just goes to show you can use your sentiments in so many different styles of card, lots of different card shapes that we've had a look at this afternoon. We saw how quick and easy that was actually to create that really interesting dome effect onto that. It's just that little point of difference, but using your inks and your lovely image sentiment dies.
I mean, all absolutely beautiful of the demos in today, seriously. Which is going to be the winner? Well, we'll find out in just a second. Mary, Reno on YouTube is saying, so pretty, Lily. Let's just recap on everything that you'll get within the Image Sentiment Die collection. Then we'll get the vote going, and then we'll just have a recap on some items, and also remind you, I'm sure you obviously know in the US, but tomorrow, of course, you're moving your clocks, aren't you? Daylight saving, so we'll be out of kilter just for a couple of weeks, because we don't put our clocks forward until, well, it's actually the weekend of Mother's Day, isn't it? So yeah, that weekend. Well, I've got lots to remember that weekend. Mum's birthday, Mother's Day, and putting the clocks forward. All in one weekend. I'm never going to remember all that. But yes, this is the collection here. So the 12 dies in total, because you get that outer die, as we've found out, and also the inner detail die as well. So great for creating your layers, great for creating your apertures, and great for popping that sentiment at the forefront of your project. So you've got your friends were flowers, I would pick you. That's gorgeous. You've got thank you for everything that you do with all those beautiful butterflies. You've got it's time to celebrate with cake, lots of cake. This is a perfect example of a die cut that you're going to be wanting to get colouring with. Count your blessings, faith, hope and love. And finally, you've got your friendship means the world to me. Platinum is £35.96. The US platinum price is $46.62. And don't forget, if you don't know by now, you are going to get a free gift popped into your basket as well, because you spent over £20 or $30. That deal is applicable right across the weekend, and indeed each and every time that you check out, so plenty of chances for you to pick up freebies. Let's, though, get the vote going before we recap and chat more about the clocks going forward. Let's get the vote going on the demo of the show. This is going to be a toughie. Lily, what did you make?
Right, so we started off with our chalkboard stamps, so that is demo number 1. And then we went on to our slimline curved sentiment edibles with our gatefold card. That is demo number 2.
Okay.
And then we went for a little bit of masquerade ball with our fabulous framed sentiments. That is demo number 3 for you.
Okay.
And finally, the one we've just popped together using our image sentiment dies, that's demo number 4. So get your votes in 1, 2, 3 or 4. What's it going to be?
Oh, 1, 2, 3 or 4. What do you reckon in the gallery? George the joystick says 2. Georgina, 1 or 3. Pick one. 3. I actually like 4. So get voting. You've got 3 minutes tops to get your votes in on that. Now, worth bearing in mind that the times will change for you, won't they? As of tomorrow, because daylight saving in the US, we don't switch our clocks until 2 weekends time. So this is how it's going to look heading into tomorrow, and indeed for the next few weeks. So Saturday and Sunday, our first show, of course, Play Your Crafts Right tomorrow will be Colour Me Happy, 12 o'clock here in the UK. That'll be 8 o'clock now Eastern, 5 a.m. Pacific. Get a bit of a line, don't you, which is quite nice. UK time for the afternoon show, 3 o'clock, of course, which is 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 o'clock Pacific. And then our evening show, which tomorrow will be Second Chance Sunday, of course, 7 o'clock here in the UK. That is 3 o'clock Eastern, midday Pacific time. And then, of course, Monday to Friday, just worth reminding you of the times that we've got there. So our 3 show times, 10 o'clock here in the UK, becomes 6 a.m. Eastern or 3 a.m. Pacific. Then 2 o'clock, our second show, remember, because they're 3-hour shows now, which is brilliant. Normally we have one of our crafty friends joining us on the show as well. So 2 o'clock till 5 UK time becomes 10 o'clock till 1 Eastern, 7 till 10 Pacific, and then the evening show, which starts at 6, 3 hours through until 9 p.m, starts at 2 o'clock Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific, and worth bearing in mind that that schedule is only in place up until 2 weeks on Sunday, when we'll be catching up with you and putting our clocks forward as well. Before we announce the winner of the demo of the show, let us also recap on something which is hugely exciting. Yes, Georgina, back in stock and going fast.
Oh.
So, which means you should check out now. Yes, the tape pens are back. We are super duper excited because these have been out of stock for some while. As we mentioned, when these came back in stock at the start of the year, we had thousands of these, and I remember when they came back in, because I was doing a show with Sarah, they were flying out the door, and it's like, oh, don't worry, you know, take your time with these, it doesn't matter, don't worry about it, because we've got plenty to go around. They literally sold out within 2 weeks, and we haven't had them back in stock since. So what I will say to you is, whilst we do have plenty of stock again this time around, I would urge you to stock up. Don't be that person who misses out because you think, oh, they've got loads, I'll wait. Get them now whilst you can, particularly as we're doing a buy 3, get 1 for free deal. Platinum price is £9.57 or $14.28 if you're shopping with us in the US. They're flying out the door, but even more popular than the tape pens, the dotty tape pens. We can tell that a lot of you love your die cutting, because this is where these come into their own. For your intricate sticking, you need the dotty tape pens. Once again, you're going to get 22 meters on each of the tape pens, 72 feet in total. There's 3 for $11.98 or $16.98. We will throw in a 4th one for free, which is phenomenal. They are the busiest item on the show, bar none, flying out the door. Grab them. People are multi ordering these. They're back in stock. They are going fast. So you know what you need to do? You do. Coming up after 7 o'clock here in the UK. Sorry, I'm losing track of time. We've got the Craft House, and it's all about edgeables, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah. We're going to be taking a look at our fabulous edgeable range of dies. We're going to be looking at just normal dies, stamping dies, mixing and matching lots and lots of stuff together. It's going to be fantastic. Can't wait. So we'll see you at 7 o'clock.
We certainly will. And it's going to be actually in that show also your opportunity to vote for the demo of the day. The makes today have been amazing. How on earth you've come to a decision in this show, I do not know. Die Hedges on YouTube says, that was a really tough vote. I love them all. Well done, Lily.
Aww,
I'll tell you that in a very, very close second place was number 2.
Okay.
But the winner of demo of the show, just 4.
Oh, ooh.
Number 4. I thought this one would do it.
This one, yeah, the image sentiment, our last one that we popped together, yeah. Ooh,
that
interesting.
Is beautiful. Lily, thank you so much. Always inspirational, fantastic demos. That one will pop up onto our Crafty Walk of Fame. By the way, if you missed the little scrapbook page that Lily made earlier on, you'll see that later in the Craft House. That will go up against that make, plus one of the other makes which Lily will be showing you over the course of Craft House. Whatever you do now, make sure that you do not miss out on those tape pens. Don't miss out on the dotty tape pens, and actually don't miss out on any of the deals that we've had on this show. Head to the checkouts, check out your baskets. Things are going fast. Do it now, and we will be back for the Craft House in just a couple of hours. Bye for now.